evening once again, people. It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope you've all had an amazing Friday so far. You know what time it is, guys. It's the night before the game. It's pre-match thoughts ahead of Leeds United versus Southampton at Elland Road tomorrow for the normal Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, which is nice. I don't have to be up too early and at the same time we don't need to wait all day for the late kickoff either. So I think this game's going to be an interesting one, to say the least, based on our last meeting with Southampton, which was probably the worst performance of the last few years, I would have even said. It was absolutely abysmal. But Southampton come into this game on a run of 4 straight defeats in all competitions. So hopefully Leeds United can take advantage of the last 2 late wins and take some confidence from that. And hopefully it sees us get all 3 points tomorrow. But just before we break it down in more detail, smash that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I've checked my channel analytics and there's so many people who are watching all the time but are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot if you show all of your support. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, check out the channel memberships. It's only £1.99 a month and you'll be able to see all the perks that come along with that, so check that out as well. So yeah, Leeds against the Saints, in a game where a lot of Leeds United fans are seeing, especially this game and the Watford game next week, as 2 defining games in our season, and I completely agree. I think 4 or 6 points out of these next 2 means that we're safe. I really do. A lot of people have different takes on that. Some saying 2 or 3 wins and we're safe, which I can understand why people are saying that. But I think 4 or 6 points out of these next 2 will definitely make us safe. I'm not quite sure how it's going to pan out. You know how Leeds do it. They always do it the hard way. But I am quietly confident going into this Southampton fixture. Obviously, the Watford game we'll be able to touch upon at some point next week when I do all my previews ahead of that one. But I am quietly confident going into this game. Let's just touch on Southampton first of all. As I said, they are coming into this game on the back of 4 straight defeats in all competitions. They lost 4-0 to Aston Villa, they lost 4-0 against City, and then they lost to Newcastle and Watford. So they're not doing too well against teams in and around Leeds United at the moment, which again, let's hope we can take advantage of that. I have been really impressed with Southampton overall this season though. I think Ralph Hasenhüttl has really turned it around. They did lose their opening few games of this season, and I was actually fancying them for the drop at one point, or at least maybe to be in and around where Leeds are at the minute. But then they massively turned it around. They went on a long unbeaten run. They found themselves 9th, 10th in the league. And I was thinking, wow, Southampton do look decent. But then in recent weeks, they've gone back to their, what I would say, usual selves. And they're leaking goals left, right and centre. As Leeds United were, and as Leeds United still are, really. I know we won the last 2 games, but we still conceded 3 goals in those 2 games. So, it is one of them things, but I think players you need to look out for in this Southampton side, definitely James Ward-Prowse in the midfield. Obviously, there's a lot of Southampton fans that think he should get in the England side over Calvin Phillips, which is absolutely delusional. But I can understand why they're saying that. He is a really good player, and a player that if we allow him to dictate that midfield, we could be in for a long afternoon. I'm not sure if Romeu is available for this game or not, but he's another one who's really good as well. They didn't even have James Ward-Prowse in that first game at St Mary's when, they beat us 1-0, which on paper you look at that and think, oh, we're a fairly close game, and Southampton nicked it. It was anything but that. Southampton absolutely battered Leeds that day. I remember I was at work watching it on my phone, and It just wasn't great at all. Some of the passing, there was no heart, no desire, no fight in that Leeds United team that day. It was absolutely shocking. Um, that was a game that at the time I was thinking is very winnable, especially their form at the time as well. Southampton's form weren't great at that moment in time. We could have massively took advantage of that, and we really didn't. We absolutely crumbled that day, but things have changed since then. We've got a new coach, a new philosophy that he's trying to put across, which I don't think will be fully implemented until the summer, if I'm being honest. Um, but yeah, just a few other players that I want to shout out in the Southampton team who I think Leeds need to be wary of. Obviously, there's Broha up front, on loan from Chelsea, I believe. Been a really good loan signing for Southampton. He's scored some really good goals. It was him that scored the winner against Leeds in that 1-0 game at St Mary's. Really good player. Kyle Walker-Peters as well. Really, really good this season. Predominantly a right back, but he's been playing for Southampton as a left back. Salisu at centre half. You know, they've got talent all over the pitch and players that can really hurt Leeds United if we're not on it tomorrow. But I feel that with the players that we've got coming back potentially, and certain things that Marsh said in his press conference yesterday, I am quietly confident that Leeds United will take all 3 points in this game. I think a full Elland Road off the back of those two last minute wins, I think the confidence is high at the minute, which is good. But we can't be complacent against teams like Southampton and Watford next week as well. We need to take every game seriously and play it like it's a cup final. I think the crowd will be bang up for it tomorrow. I'll be bang up for it. I am really excited, if I'm honest with you. And I think a win tomorrow will put a lot of fans' mind at ease. And depending on how other results go over the weekend, you could be looking at the table and thinking Leeds are safe after a win against Southampton. I don't think that'll be the case, I'll be honest. But it will at least put us in good stead 100%. Especially, you know, if West Ham beat Everton on Sunday, and if we win, I mean, we'll be 7 points clear of them. You know, we need to start taking advantage of the other teams' poor fixtures that they've got coming up. You know, Burnley have got City, Watford have got Liverpool, you know, over this weekend. We need to take advantage of it. It's as simple as that. Let's speak about Leeds then. So, as I touched upon in my predicted 11 last night, if you haven't already, go check that out. But, you know, Calvin Phillips, Liam Cooper, both back. Rafinha's back from COVID. Gelhart's 100% fit after he had a bit of a back issue in the Wolves game. You know, that bench is looking surprisingly strong now. And Leeds United have got options. Yes, Patrick Bamford's out for 6 weeks, which is a massive blow once again for Patrick. And, you know, I hope he's fit and available as soon as possible. I'll be honest, I think Phillips will start. I don't think Cooper will in this one. I know people have been saying that we've missed Cooper at the back, but I think Marsh said he's going to definitely play at least one of them, and I think that one is going to be Calvin Phillips. I think Phillips is 100% fit now. He didn't play against Wolves even though he was kind of half fit. He's had 2 weeks, obviously, because he didn't go away with England. Play Phillips from the start. I've seen what other people have been saying since I put my upload up last night, saying that Click should partner him. And the more I think about it, it probably will be Phillips and Click. I think Click's deserving his place in our starting 11 at the minute. I think Forshaw hasn't been as good as what Forshaw can be in the last few weeks, which is understandable given Leeds' run of form prior to the Norwich game. But Calvin Phillips has to play. He just has to. And I think with Click alongside him, that gives Click the licence to maybe push up a bit more forward and Calvin to assume what is his role essentially in that single pivot. Rafinha and James out wide as well. I think we can cause their fullback serious issues if they're bang on it as well. I just hope all this talk about Rafa going to Barcelona I just hope all that in his head isn't affecting his performances and isn't affecting his, you know, drive to help Leeds United this season. If he is respectful about it, he plays the best that he can until end of season, keeps us up, and then if we part ways with him, then I would wish him all the best. But if he starts playing like his mind is elsewhere, the crowd will turn on him. Obviously, all other fans will turn on him, and it could become very toxic. And I just don't want that for him. I don't want to tarnish his time at Leeds. Yes, it'll. If he goes, it'll have only been 2 seasons, but an unbelievable 2 seasons at that. So hopefully that doesn't affect his performance. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. I do think Leeds United will win this game, and I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna say it with my chest. I'm gonna go 3-1 Leeds United for a score prediction. I think the crowd are gonna play a part in this hugely. Rodrigo's been on some unbelievable form since Marsh came in, minus the Aston Villa game. I think he'll be on the score sheet. I'm going to go with Rafa as well. And let's go with Joffrey as well. Why not, eh? I think a convincing 3-1 Leeds United win against Southampton tomorrow at Elland Road. I'm buzzing for it. Can't wait to be back in that South stand. It's been a while since that Norwich game now. It feels like ages ago. So it'll be great to get there. So yeah, hit me up in the comment section down below, guys, with what you think will happen, your score prediction, who should we be aware of for Southampton, and who needs to be on it for Leeds United to help us get the victory. Smash that like button, please subscribe as well, and if you haven't already, check out the memberships on the channel. It's £1.99 a month, and you'll be able to see all the perks that come along with that as well. And I'll be back with my post-match reaction once I'm home from Elland Road tomorrow, and I'll see you then, guys.